The opinions expressed are those of the show's host and not the staff or management of Port St. Lucie Broadcasters. Any reproduction without written consent of WSTU and WPSL is strictly prohibited. Now it's time for Quality of Life Radio, brought to you by Cigna and Aetna Medicare. Here are your hosts, Gary Owen and Tom Bouvier.
August 1st.
Hello, good morning, and thank you for tuning in on this extraordinary Tuesday morning. And yes, Tom, it is August 1st, 2023. My Lord, summer is here. We're in the middle of summer.
I can't believe it.
The heat
August
is oppressive.
1st.
Where's the cold weather? Where's the rain? Where's the clouds?
Siberia.
I guess we need to go to Siberia. By the way, if you're wondering, you're listening to the Quality of Life radio show. My name is Gary Owen. I'm the host of this great show.
And I'm Tom Bouvier, your co-host of this great show.
And, of course, we are streaming live on Facebook. So thank you for tuning in if you're on Facebook. And you can also tune in to your vehicle on 1450 AM and WPSL 1590 AM as well. And tune in on Alexa. So, Tom, you and I are here every week, every Tuesday, sitting in this chair, and we are exhorting about how important it is to have insurance solutions and what we can do and providing insurance planning solutions for consumers.
Absolutely, Gary. We bring in this new power-packed half-hour program, relevant content and information that can really improve people's quality of life. And, Gary and I, we love to share our knowledge, not just to hear ourselves talk, but we do have information, important information about insurance solutions, like the pitfalls to avoid. We bring absolute transparency, ethics, and good old-fashioned straight talk. We're going to tell you just as it is. And all of this information that demystifies insurance will help you improve your quality of life. And that's what our mission is. It's actually to help simplify insurance planning so that people can live a stress-free life, because no one likes shopping for insurance. We don't like shopping for it. I definitely don't. And but we make it fun, we make it clear, and we make it concise.
That's right. All right. And you said you said about the Power Pack, the Power Pack show.
Yeah.
Power Pack. We'll talk about products and policies. What else? We should have an alliteration of the P's. Power Pack, products, policies, and I know he's over there thinking.
To be prepared. Well,
preparation.
Preparation.
Yep. That's not a bad idea. To add the preparation.
What did you say? Power Pack.
Power Pack, products, pricing, preparation, and I know there's quite a few more P's that we can think of.
Okay.
But it's still early Tuesday morning, and the heat has drained some of the power cells that we have. Anyway, today we're going to talk a little bit about voluntary benefits. Voluntary benefits. And what does it mean to have voluntary benefits? Voluntary benefits, in my opinion, are some of the best types of benefits that money can buy, Tom. And you're going to talk a little bit more and share more information about voluntary benefits this morning.
Yes, we are. So, Gary, a lot of people who are working right now, they either immediately in their mind thinking, we have great voluntary benefits. We have benefits at our company. And other people, if you're listening at your workstation now or on your way to work or whatnot, you're thinking, I wish we had benefits at my job, because there are statistics that show that 99% of enrollees in voluntary benefits at a group, at a company, think that it's important that their employer offer voluntary benefits, such as life insurance, short-term disability insurance, critical illness, etc. And so that begs the question, what are voluntary benefits? So we're going to demystify it here. Sometimes these voluntary benefits are called supplemental insurance. They're benefits that enhance employees' medical insurance to help prepare them for life's unexpected challenges. Like we talked about last week, disability insurance.
Right.
Because a sudden illness happens, an injury, an accident, something puts you out of work for a week, a month, 2 months, 6 months, a couple of years. These supplemental policies or voluntary benefits would actually help reduce the financial chaos and catastrophic event.
That's right.
Take
Yeah,
place. So
100%.
Yeah, so voluntary benefits basically are group insurance plans for that employers can offer their employees. And the good thing from an employer point of view is they can offer this as a way to retain as well as recruit. Retaining and recruiting
Right.
good talent can be hard to find.
And how many employees does the employer have to have, Tom, to qualify for these phenomenal voluntary benefits?
Various companies have different numbers, but I think it can be as low as 2 or 3.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a great thing to have, right? So if you're a small business owner and you're not offering, maybe you can't afford to offer everybody major health coverage, at least offer the voluntary benefits. The great thing to have as an addition for your employees. They love it. It builds credibility, builds trust, builds respect. And in fact, you don't even have to cover any of the cost of the voluntary benefits if you don't want. It's a value-added service that you're providing for your employees.
And the actual term voluntary benefit should actually describe what it is. It's a voluntary benefit that the employees can choose whether they want or not. And you, as the employer, if you're an employer out there, you can decide whether you personally or your company is going to pay for those benefits for them as a way to thank them and offer them and help to recruit and retain them, keep them happy employees. Or you're just going to say, hey, out of your paycheck every 2 weeks or whatnot, we're going to take out X number of dollars to cover the benefits that you have chosen. So approximately 80% of employees out there said that they are at least somewhat interested in purchasing additional insurance benefits.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people. That's 4 out of 5.
Yeah. I mean, that speaks volumes as to what people are wanting, right? I mean, and then 70% of employees who do offer voluntary benefits do so, as you mentioned before, that it helps them to aid in the recruiting and the retention of their people, of their employees.
Right, and because if you're an employer and you're finding it hard to keep people, maybe you're getting people who being interviewed, and they'll say, well, I've got 2 or 3 other people that I'm going to interview, companies I'm going to interview with, and everything's, let's say, apples to apples. Everything's about the same, but one employer says, oh, and by the way, we do offer all of these benefits that are available to you, and I'll actually pay for 50% of it, or I'll pay X number of dollars toward you picking and choosing which benefits might be available. I'm going to give you a $100 a month stipend for these voluntary benefits that you can immediately add to your.
That's amazing.
And it's like life insurance. Check. I've been wanting life insurance, and I haven't gotten around to it. And as Gary's saying, many times with the group plans, they may either have no underwriting or very limited underwriting, and you may be able to get a life insurance policy, whereas on your own you might not. And so which company do you think that employee is going to go with? They're going to go with the one that's handing them the opportunity for voluntary benefits. So,
and Tom, there are many different types of voluntary benefits. And what are some of those voluntary benefits that a consumer who works for a company who offers voluntary benefits can choose?
Okay, well, one of them is the one we featured last week. So if you did not hear last week's 30-minute show, it's on disability insurance.
Yes.
And that's a short-term disability product replaces a portion of the income for people who, get knocked out of their job for a certain amount of time. They can add on different types of riders, such as waiver of premium and elimination periods. They can choose lower or light. So all this might sound like gobbledygook, but disability insurance is protecting that income. So that's the first one.
Yeah, protect your paycheck, and what a great way to do that, right? Your number one asset is the ability to earn an income, as I mentioned last week. So what better way to do that with a disability income policy?
Absolutely. So another voluntary benefit that's in one of the programs that we work with very closely with is life insurance. That's individual term, group term, individual whole life. So life insurance comes in a variety of packages, and so you can get life insurance, have that offered at your company for just pennies on the dollar for what it gives to the people. And as I say many times, if there's a large enough group and the scenarios are right, that you can offer life insurance to your employees and everyone will be accepted. It's a guaranteed issue.
It's a great thing to have it. Great thing to have it. And there are thousands of employers out there on the Treasure Coast that don't even know about voluntary benefits. We've got to get the message out to people that, man, if you are a small business owner and you have 3 or more employees, and sometimes 2, depending on the company, you can be able to offer these voluntary benefits to your people.
Absolutely. And if you're part of a team, let's say it's a fairly large company, and maybe you're part of maybe you're not the owner, but you're part of the HR, you're part of a recruiting team, you're part of a team that maybe meets weekly or monthly, and you're strategizing on how to retain and recruit, how to keep our people from leaving and being recruited by the competition, how to get great talent in. Bring it up in that meeting. We need to offer some voluntary benefits.
Yep.
And as we're saying, many times you can present it to the employees and they will gladly pay it out of their paycheck because it's not going to be a lot of money coming out for dental insurance. So that's kind of the next one.
So again, you're telling me that the employer doesn't have to pay a single dime. There's no setup fees. There's no administrative costs. There's no insurance costs for the employer. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying, Gary.
What?
So the employer could be a win-win for everyone.
Yes.
Many employees want these benefits. 80% of them saying they're likely to purchase them, even if they comes out of their own paycheck. And employers get happy employees. And
imagine the families, right? The families of the workers, they're happy because now the spouse and the children can get coverage for life insurance and so forth.
Life insurance, the disability, and the family and the
Dental
beneficiary.
and accident and cancer and critical illness.
Absolutely. So dental insurance is another one that people can look at as an individual, but they can also look at in a voluntary benefit type scenario. So dental insurance, we've kind of I shouldn't say beaten the dead horse, but we've talked about dental insurance a lot on this program. And it's something I'm real passionate about. As a matter of fact, I've got a dental appointment right after this presentation.
And I'll tell you, man, we've done our dental business. Has just shot straight up because it's a much needed protection that you got to have, man. It's going to protect your quality of life and health to be able to get 2 cleanings a year. Because if you're not getting it, you're opening yourself up to a lot of health risks.
Absolutely. The oral health is so important, and to get those regular checkups, and we have plans, and Gary and I both agree, I know we've talked about it before, that so many of the dental insurance plans out there are really not worth the money. I wouldn't purchase them, and I wouldn't even try to educate somebody on them because their benefits versus the premium you're paying is just not worth it. But we have filtered through quite a few of them, and we do have a handful of them that we certainly endorse, and both you and I know are actually on the same one.
Yeah, a good question to ask about dental insurance or any life insurance or whatever is, hey, your agent, what plan do you have? What do you own? Now, if they don't own it, that may be a red flag, and you got to find out why. But then they tell you, I'm on XYZ plan, and here's why I'm on this plan. The plan that we're on gives you 3 cleanings per year and has I know we're getting off topic here for just a second, but 3 cleanings per year and 1 lifetime deductible, not $50 to $100 every year, one time deductible for dental insurance. There's a lot of great stuff out there, man.
Yeah,
all you got to do though is pick up the phone.
That's right. 772-210-1020. Give us a call. We can run quotes. It'll cost you absolutely zero to get our resources, information, research, and get you some good quotes.
Now, on the dental insurance for the group, it depends. There are some that will, I believe, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, will have a 1-year waiting period on major like root canals and things of that nature.
Yes, and that's the when I said you and I have weeded through so many of the different dental plans out there. Some of them, even that perhaps with the voluntary benefits, would have a full 12-month waiting period for that comprehensive, because these companies got smart because they were offering the insurance to people and the full benefits from day one, and then people would pay their, X number of dollars.
Well, we saw a hand running on the wall, didn't we?
Oh, my goodness.
With this one company.
Oh, yeah. They said, we're going to cover, implants 70% day one. And, boy, we sold the heck out of that plan. And what happened? They had like 1,500 or, I don't know, well over 1,000.
6 months, they raised the rates.
Yeah.
And lowered the benefits.
In a few months, just because of all the claims for implants. And so you do have to look at the details on these plans. Some of them have that waiting period. Others have the missing tooth clause, meaning if you already have a missing tooth, they're not going to include an implant on that particular tooth location. Right. So, but dental insurance is important. It's part of the voluntary benefit packet that's available: disability, life insurance, dental insurance, as well as accident insurance. Accident. Boy.
There's no such thing as accidents, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Like last week's show, what did we say? I mean, 265.
Or 62 million.
Yeah.
62.
Yes, 62 million accidents at home. And then in Florida, there was how many car accidents in Florida?
382,000.
My God, man.
Yeah.
That's over 1,000 a day, about 1,200 a day. Falling or having an accident.
Yeah.
1,200 a day. In Florida alone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're rated the worst driving, I think, in the country. I saw several different stats.
I think we better open up our phone lines and get ready for an influx of calls, because if you don't have accident insurance or voluntary benefits or disability insurance, dental insurance, man, you better be picking up the phone and giving us a call.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it. I have an accident policy on myself, and it includes my children as well, that if I were to have an accident, puts me in the ER, puts me in urgent care, I break an arm, I had a poke in my finger, with something, anything, and next thing you know, I've got a $1,500 or $2,000 bill just from going to the ER. Right. Or, well, that could be even a lot more than that. $5,000-$10,000 bill. Set your compound fracture or whatnot. Yep. Even if you don't go into the hospital, these accidents can drive, up your bill into the thousands of dollars. And people say, "Well, that's what I have health insurance for, Tom." That's one response I get. I said, "Great." What is your deductible and what is your maximum out of pocket?
Yeah.
Well, I think we've got like a $8,000 deductible, and a max out of pocket for the family or for me is $9,100, which is on the marketplace type plans. I said, great. Do you have $9,100 that you have sitting around? He said, yeah, I got money set aside for a rainy day. All that hard-earned money. Wouldn't you like to protect it for about $20 or $30 a month? Less than $1 a day, you can protect your nest egg. You can protect that $9,000, $10,000. So I have one that'll cover me for at least a couple of years of my max out of pocket. So so I would be covered if I had an accident or a sickness.
So my accident policy, probably the same as yours. It's great. It's a great gap plan. It does cover accident and sickness. It's important. But the caveat is on the sickness side is you have to be in the hospital at least one day overnight. But that's the only caveat. But man, I went to the ER on the accident that I had, and
that's right.
The policy paid me back. The premium, the check will pay for my annual premium till the day I die. That's how much I got back from accident insurance. So trust me. Don't say it's not going to happen to you, because it will. The question is when, but are you protected? If not, you got to give us a call. 772-210-1020.
Protect your hard-earned money. Don't have to put it on. You wouldn't have to put it on a credit card or owe the hospital or the urgent care center, $50 for the rest of your life. something crazy like that.
Yeah, and I think it's only $27 a month, Tom, right? For that gap plan for $5,000 worth of coverage for the year.
Yeah, and it depends on your age,
Yep.
Gary. So the younger you are, the lower the monthly premium. I mean, I have one on my daughter. It's $19.
Boom.
And boom, yeah, over $9,000 in coverage if
Nice,
something happens.
nice.
So then there's some special risk type insurances that are covered under the voluntary benefits. Individual cancer plan. We've talked about cancer before.
Yes.
Lump sum amounts of money to an individual on a first diagnosis of cancer. And I tell you what, unfortunately, I had a friend whose spouse recently died under 40 years old. It seems like at least once or twice a month I'm hearing of people who have cancer. Most people will survive, but they're going to have big bills. So the cancer insurance can help. Critical illness like heart attacks, strokes, and a whole list of other critical illness. These are individual critical illness policies. I personally have, Gary said, what policy do you have? I have one that covers cancer, heart, stroke, and like 8 other types of critical illnesses. And then lastly, some type of supplemental health insurance, medical bridge plans, hospital confinement, indemnity plans. So if you were to go into the hospital, it'll pay you X number of dollars per day. And I know that's very popular with our Medicare clients. We have hospital indemnity. But this can be offered to people who are in a group setting who are at work.
And, going back to the cancer, I just want to kind of, I'm a stats guy. I love statistics. 1.8 million people a year are being diagnosed with cancer.
Wow.
1.8 million per year. And then if you're over 55, and you don't have a cancer plan, listen to this statistic. For people who are over the age of 55, there's a 77% chance of a cancer diagnosis. I don't know about you, Tom, but that's
3 out of 4.
That's a lot.
That is.
That's a lot. So to have coverage to protect you, whether it's via individual plans or ancillary group benefit plans, you got to do it. You got to look out for yourself. It just drives me nuts, man. It drives me crazy that I see people buying boats, buying cars, buying whatever they're buying, and they'll insure their boats, they'll insure their cars, they'll insure their airplanes, they'll insure their homes, of course. But you're not insuring your life and your quality of health. For pennies, like you said, for pennies on the dollar.
That's right.
Pennies on the dollar. So there's a number to call. There's no cost to call. There's not even a cost to get a quote. So let Owen Insurance Group be your resource and give us a call today at 772-210-1020. And, Tom, there's another number they can call.
772-210-1020.
Sounds like a different number, but it goes to the same.
It does sound like a different number. Yeah, it'll still reach us, yeah. Absolutely. Or you can stop in and visit us at Owen Insurance Group. We're right on US 1, 1611 Northwest Federal Highway in beautiful Stuart, Florida, right behind the Key West Diner and next to Beaches MRI.
And by the way, if you're tuning in for the first time catching our show, welcome. Thank you for joining us. In addition to these voluntary benefits, all you got to do is check out our website at oweninsurancegroup.com. You see that we also offer individual health insurance, group health insurance, Medicare, long-term care. I mean, you name it, we have it available. The only thing that we do not offer is
Property and casualty.
Homeowners and automobile insurance. We don't do that. Thank God. We'd have a lot of ticked off clients out.
I'm thinking I'm really happy for my property and casualty friends, and I love them very much, and think they need to stay in that space.
Yeah, man. That's tough. That's a tough space to be in.
That is. But everything that we talked to you about today on the voluntary benefit portfolio that employers can offer, as Gary kind of alluded to just a moment ago, we can do this on an individual basis. So either if an individual or a group, if you're an owner of a business, give us a call because we can get some great rates for you and all of your employees. If you're an employee and you're part of a team looking to help recruit and retain the employees at the company, bring this information to your employer. Have them give us a call, or you give us a call, and we'd be happy to come out to your office and kind of assess your needs as well.
Yep. And again, I know it's like I'm being a dead horse, but let Owen Insurance Group be your resource. We're here. We're in the community. We're your neighbors. And obviously, here for 38 years, we'll look out for your best interest, and we'll only 100% of the time recommend those plans that are most suitable to you, right? Kind of acting as a fiduciary on your behalf. All right? That's the most important thing, knowing that when you associate yourself with Owen Insurance Group, take a look at our 5-star reviews. You will see for yourself the value that our clients are finding in working with Owen Insurance Group. So I know that we are at the last of our show, so I've been given the finger yet again. So, folks, we hope that you stay tuned, because coming up next is a Brian Kilmeade show. And thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that you enjoyed the show. I'm sure you have. Otherwise, why would you still be watching and listening? And please be sure to share us with your friends and your family and your neighbors. And remember, stay safe, keep healthy, be happy, and enjoy your quality of life.